Hello everybody, this is Ratchet Clegg fan here again today. Today we'll be reviewing Smallville, Season 1, the first season, where legends are born. Well, Smallville Season 1, with a little unbox it first, and I'll show you everything that this has to offer. I got this up Walmart for $20. See, it has that. So, did I open it, and then you see Lex, Clark, and Lana there, and then you see the whole cast on the back, and they're all, everybody in this season has all have character development. My least favorite, I'd have to pick the football player guy. I forget his name, because that tells you how much I really don't care for that guy. My favorite is Lex Luthor, just because I always like Lex Luthor, but Superman's Clark's still the main character. And then Smallville Season 1, get to see a little summary there, the season, different pictures of the people, different episode guide. My favorite episodes are the pilot episode, because that's a really good one. This one's a good, X-Ray's a good one. That one's a good one. Hourglass. Let me see what else ones are good ones. And number 20 is also good. 21's another good one. They all are good. Now, mainly this season starts out with the basic origin story of Martha and Jonathan finding Clark and the spaceship, which they go in the more depth look in his origin season thing. Oh yeah, Whitney, that's his name, Whitney. But yeah, it starts out the season with Clark technically talking to two of his friends, Chloe and oh man, I feel really stupid now. Chloe and... yeah, I really forget. If I remember, I'm sure I'll tell you guys later. But his best friend and Chloe, and then there's Whitney, the bull. Whitney, when it first starts out, he's kind of a dick. I mean, well, yeah, he is a dick when he starts out. Lex, I like how coincidentally, Clark and Lex meet, because he ends up hitting Clark with his car. That's pretty funny. That's a funny scene, because Lex also in the episode, there's this guy hunting, because every year Smallville has a thing with a thing called the Crow, where one kid doesn't go to homecoming because he goes out and gets hung up like a scarecrow. And this one kid got hung up by it when the meteor shower hit, so he ended up getting really hurt. And then it changed him when he got out of his coma. And then he hunted down everybody who did that to him, and then he was going to kill who did it to later on, Clark. So Clark basically ends up getting a kryptonite thing around his neck, and then he can't get out. This is what he does. This is what he looks like in that part. And then Lex breaks him out, but Lex finds kryptonite, which technically this season Lex is A, fighting his father most of the time for the company, or he's B, trying to find out more about Clark. And Whitney, he's trying to get better in football. His dad has problems. Chloe, she's still just trying to be a reporter. His best friend technically is trying to be popular and a football player. Lana's trying to figure out more about her parents that died during the meteor shower. And Martha and Jonathan are technically there to support Clark at the different episodes. But it's a really good show. The only thing I don't like about... the only gripe I would have to say I have with Smallville Season 1 is at the end, which this is a major spoiler. Technically, this whole episode's going to be filled around spoilers, but episode 21, the tornado one that hits, it sort of leaves off at a cliffhanger, so you have to watch Season 2. I wish they would have just did another episode of that, like a 2-part episode. but they didn't. But it's still, I gotta admit, that's not a huge problem I have with it. That, and because the fight scenes, like if you watch Arrow, you could definitely see that this one's fight scenes aged worse than Arrow's, but you don't need to really care about fight scenes. You just mainly the stories is good enough. You don't really need any fight scenes. Yeah, and it comes with 6 discs and special features and everything. And yeah, if I had to score this, I'd probably have to score it. Oh yeah, before I forget, another thing I did not like about it was how the villains of the week. Now, that kind of got boring really quickly because they all had to drain somebody's life force or somebody's body heat or all that crap every week. Which in season 2 they still do that a little bit, but they don't have it as prominent. I still like it though. The only other gripe I have with it is that I just wish there was more like DC comic book villains that showed up, or heroes, which that comes later. So that gripe will be fixed eventually. And it doesn't really focus. It mainly focuses on his like support characters mostly, but Clark, he still is a helpful person. And he's also a very nice person. Now, if I had to score this, I'd probably have to score this an 8 out of 10. Just because there are a couple gripes with it. But it's not like a terrible show. I mean, I used to... Don't get mad at me over this. But I used to hate Superman. I used to think he was too overkill. That he had too many powers. That he was just... He could do anything. But this show really showed me that he's more of an in-depth comic book character. He's still not like one of my personal favorites, Superman, but he definitely got better for me because of this show. So this show could get you into Superman and everything about Superman. So yeah, I give it an 8 out of 10, and yeah, this has been Ratchet and Clank Fan, and please subscribe for more comic book news, gaming news, Destiny news, Halo news, toy reviews, and top 10 lists, and yeah, see you guys next time.